Hello everybody, welcome to Games from the North. We are back with another session of Masks, a new generation. I'm going to do a quick recap because we do have some players who are missing. We also have a new player joining us tonight. That's Erin. We'll be introducing her character when we get into there. We're missing a few players, as you can tell, but that does happen from time to time. Yeah, you know, life. In the meantime, so a quick update. So last week, we've got Laird joining us just a little late.
I am perfectly on time, okay?
We're all early.
5 minutes late, Laird, I'm sorry.
We even started late for you.
We did indeed.
I'm sorry, but my mom dreamed cleaning the kitchen more.
Unless, are you a wizard?
Sure, we'll go with that.
A wizard is never late.
I thought you said a lizard.
I think you said a lizard
So I was
too.
like,
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
something about lizards.
Why are
They
lizards
always
never-
arrive 5 minutes late?
Yeah, why are lizards never late? A wizard.
Yes.
I heard
Oh!
lizard. I heard lizard.
Did anybody at this table hear wizard?
Nope.
I didn't.
I did.
We all heard lizard. So that's what I said.
Except for the person I was talking to.
Which is the one it was directed at, so in theory, I'm the only one it matters to, so...
Well, I
No,
wouldn't.
Let's not
ain't
get
getting away
carried
with
away.
that.
The idea that you matter is a little bit too far stretched. But,
Okay.
all right. So
His excuse is his mother made him clean the kitchen. That's a good enough excuse.
it really is. I've met his mother.
She didn't make me clean the
She
kitchen.
cleaned the kitchen so she couldn't give him a ride.
Wait.
Yeah, she was cleaning the
So,
kitchen, I
you
was
should
playing
have- you should have
guitar.
been
So why
sprinting
were
So
you
over.
not helping your
if
mother
you'd
clean
helped
the
your
kitchen?
mother clean the
You would have
kitchen,
been here sooner.
you would have been here on time. Even Colby knows that.
And given that I'm a mother, I
I
have
should
to
say
agree.
even Colby.
Well, it's the voice from afar, right? It's Colby. All right, so let's catch everybody up on what they missed last week. You guys visited the superhero prison, which is the boat, which is basically a super cargo carrier that moves around in the ocean near the shore. And there are several ports where supervillains will be transported to this. In fact, it's actually a small flotilla. So it's really hard for supervillains to be rescued from it or sprung from it because it's always moving. That's the first part. And while you were there, you picked up Luna. Luna is a werewolf-type character who worked with the villain Helios, who you are currently hunting. She got into town. She started to pick up the trail. You guys were going up over a hill when a subway tunnel opened up out of the hillside, which is where it should have been. And out of that tunnel came an old-timey wooden and brass car, like series of train cars that were looked very steampunky. Would probably be the best description for it. You quickly learned that the people on the train car were all sort of elves. There were a few dwarves, a few humans, but they were all dressed very funny, like something out of a Ren fair. And one of the people on the car, a lot of them were panicking. One of them happened to be, a 10-foot tall troll who ripped through the side of a car and started running. And you guys have slowed him down and stopped him at this point. Black Flame, is that the right name is? Yeah. Black Flame used his powers and picked up the entire train and just put it just off the track.
Cool.
And that is and the Iron Man like armored powered suit characters that came with you from the prison have basically locked down Luna at the top of the hill.
Okay.
She has indicated that according to the scent that she was following, Helios is somewhere down in sort of this warehouse district that you are nearby. You also have the issue of the train car that just got magically or somehow changed. And you haven't really spoken with any of the people from the car other than the troll. who has basically told you that they were going through the tunnel when. Oh, and the driver, yes. The driver looked sort of like this kobold troglodyte thing, and when the front of the engine seems to have some sort of like giant crystal in it that was glowing, that he has turned down and the color on it dimmed. That's where we are right now.
And before they went in the tunnel, they were a normal train.
They were a normal, everyday subway train, filled with normal, everyday people.
And do we know what Helios' powers are?
Sun powers.
Sun-based.
So, fire.
Fire,
Not transformation.
Not old-timey train.
not
Ren
old-timey
Fair.
train transformation powers, yeah. That is a very specific power set, actually.
That was
I
the
wouldn't
power
be
set I was
surprised
gonna go
if it
with.
did.
But I decided no to get confusing with the villains. And
Yeah. I'm not going to get everybody to introduce themselves to you right now because your character isn't here yet. When you are here, we'll get you introduced.
Okay.
So at this point, you've got some sirens coming in from the distance. Clearly, there's been a disturbance. You've got the train car going on. You've got the tunnel that the train car just came out of. And there are some flashes of light coming from the tunnel. I'm going to assume that the people who were not here have probably just arrived on the scene. You kind of
what I
messaged with
figured.
people.
I got a ride with
You
the
got out of
cops.
school, and yeah.
Wow. You got in trouble again. You
I
didn't
Got a ride
learn.
with the cops. It means he has got it in.
You didn't learn.
I was never in trouble. You just assumed that.
So sorry, we've dealt with the issue. Like
Well, the
as in
train has
we are not
stopped.
Currently,
The train has stopped. The troll has calmed down.
The train is off the track.
The train is completely off the tracks. There are still people who are scared, panicked, and upset. They didn't have pointed ears in some cases. They didn't have long beards. And their wallets are completely missing. You've got that and these odd lights coming.
High-end robbery.
okay,
Train
you
ride.
guys arrive on scene.
Yep.
Hey, dudes.
S.H. Burr, you have arrived just in time. There is
The heck did you do?
What's up? I thought we were looking for Helios, not the clown car here.
And yet, your society has once again created an amazing circus, I believe they're called. These things
Freak show.
transformed into more attractive versions of humans, I believe.
Freak show is what you're looking for.
Yes.
Is that a dwarf?
Yes. People are slowly starting to get off the train right now. They're climbing down.
However, as Luna, and I'm assuming Luna has arrived.
Luna's still at the top of the hill. She's got 3 sort of armored guards with her that are basically she's on a leash, and they've kind of locked her down up at the top of the hill until you guys stabilize the situation.
As Luna has shown us, Helio is nearby, and surely with this commotion, he will leave the area. Therefore, we must make a decision to deal with this, and if
Let's
we do,
go find Helios. I
Helio
don't
will
care about these
disappear.
freaks on the train.
Yeah.
Crippling moral decision. This is getting even better.
I don't care about this fantasy train thing. Let the police take care of that. I want to find Helios.
Helios?
I was chewing and talking. I want to find
Just like
Helios.
the lizard.
And what of you, Black Flame?
Why are you talking so slow this time, Daybreak?
I don't know. I decided to make a
Again,
character change.
character.
Everything's emphasized even more.
I either have to shout really loudly or talk slowly, and better that I don't shout.
Your
Episode
looks
3,
bring
you
enough
start-
attention to you without
Yes.
shouting.
Episode 3 of the first season is developing this character a little better.
They
That's
actually
right.
got a different actor to do the voice acting.
Are we like a cartoon or a comic book? I think.
So
It's more comic book-esque. is what
Okay,
we
so
did.
we
Oh,
got
so
a
they
new
did-
writer.
I was gonna say different
A new
Can
writer.
Luna, can Luna
Graphic novel.
pinpoint us to a bit better? Does anybody know?
Luna knows. Well, She has followed the scent so far. We were only interrupted by this train.
I see.
As you guys are discussing this, a beam of bright light fires out of the subway tunnel and hits the back of the train hard enough that it actually pushes the train forward a couple feet.
Oh,
I think we
The decision
found
was made
Helios.
for us, perhaps.
I run to where the beam crashed into the train.
I head into the tunnel.
Okay. So you're running towards the tunnel. You're running to the back of the car.
Skateboarding.
What? Skateboarding? Yeah, sure.
All right. Would I recognize as is it a Helios power?
It is not something that you would recognize as a Helios power. I mean, he probably shoots a beam of energy, but if Helios had shot that beam of energy, it probably would have caught the train on fire.
That's true. Okay.
I'm
Well, you
running
actually did this with the
after.
rest
I
of us.
go and investigate where the beam hit the train.
Okay. And you
This
are.
is transforming
coming
stuff.
with me.
If this is transforming stuff, what's it doing now?
Kind of
Never split the party.
going towards.
Oh,
That's a rule
this-
we believe in.
Yeah, that's not a rule this group believes in. They will split up and go in entirely separate directions. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
What were you doing, Naz?
We're a new group.
I was going to the source.
So you're going into the tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay. The guys who are going to the back of the train can actually get there much faster. The rest, you kind of all run along. You're skateboarding. You're going to get to the tunnel pretty fast. You guys, the two of you get to the end of the train. You stop. It looks like the train itself, the back of the car, has kind of been cracked and pushed in.
Okay.
Almost like it was hit by something like solid. And the wood is splintering and shattering.
Okay.
SH, you get to the back. You're riding into the tunnel. You do the ollie into the back of the little sidebar along the side of the train, and you can see further down in the train that there's this like beams of light. There is. I'm going to let you describe yourself, Aaron. The only thing I'm adding to your description right now is that you are covered in blood. In fact, the area around you is all covered in blood as well. So go ahead and let people know what you look. What does he see when he gets into the car? Because I know you're big, you're strong, you're
You're in
green.
a tunnel or you're in a train car?
She's in the tunnel.
Okay.
Mismatched and torn clothing with green skin underneath. Just can't tell if it's a man or a woman, and projecting light from myself.
Okay. So you've kind of
You're
probably got
human
a bit of a glow going to you right now.
Are
Okay.
you like radioactive kind of glow? or-
No, not. But my skin is green, but not a radioactive
Okay.
glow, and it's and I'm human size.
Okay. And the mismatched clothing she's wearing is both mundane, sort of normal, everyday clothes, like what you would see in your world, and what you would see at a Renaissance steampunk fair.
Okay.
So I've got like a hat with a clock,
Gotcha.
ears on the side, and that kind of stuff. But then I also wear like
Hey, buddy,
Nike
you-
shoes.
You okay? Did you fall off the train?
Do you want to speak English? Probably be easiest.
I could go French, but nobody would.
Yep.
I can speak French.
Yeah,
But yeah, okay.
Anybody else?
Sure. You understand what he's saying.
I didn't fall off the train. I followed the train.
Did you see where that beam of light came from?
Me?
It came from you.
Yes.
That's not Helios.
I arrive in
So
the situation.
I'll let the two of you describe yourselves to her as well.
So I am a teenage guy with a skateboard, jean jacket, backpack, nondescript looking.
Stereotypical 80s douchebag.
Yeah, we could go that way.
I am
Stereotypical 80s douchebag. You heard it here first, everybody. Phil is a stereotypical 80s douchebag.
That was a little.
That was the impression
That was a little cutting a little too quick there, but I'll let it go, Colby.
It's not often store staff refers to their customers.
That's just the.
But here at Game Night, they go the extra mile for you. Or sorry, here at Game Night, Colby goes the extra mile for you. I'm just gonna move out of the way so everyone can see.
I feel like
That's
Colby
the
is
guy,
now
right?
regretting his life decisions as a whole now.
This wouldn't be the first time.
Or he's
Because of
gonna
us.
offer
Because of
Aaron.
us. And I am a gelatinous, completely unrecognizable mass
What
of
color jelly?
tentacles. What color?
Yeah, jelly.
We've never asked that.
I'd say
No, he would be because over
Kraken color?
before.
Mottled gray.
Modeled.
so.
Oh, that
That's
changes my
exactly what I had.
That's appetizing.
That's what you have, right?
That's what I had.
Is
in
there
mind.
Yeah,
like
me
an
too. I
orangey
think you're like.
yellow vibe?
In my opinion, that's like a Kraken color. Like,
Oh, that's okay.
Sure. And
He's a demiguise.
I have glowing yellow eyes.
Okay.
Other than that, completely inhuman. What have you found, SH?
Something kind of like you, but maybe a
This
bit
is
of a
not
blend.
like me.
Well, she's kind of a freak. They are kind of a freak.
You can say it. That's fine.
It seems as though
Do you have a name, buddy?
It seems as though you are bleeding. Are you hurt?
This is not my blood.
Ooh.
I understand that in your world you should not make others bleed. Are you a villain?
I don't know. I'm new here.
Do you have a name?
I don't know how to process that information.
My name is Ren.
Ren. All right, Ren. That's not your blood. It doesn't look
You want a
like.
cold one?
And
R-E-N?
W-R-E-N-N.
W-R-E-N?
N.
Two N's.
You didn't happen to see big villain that looks like he takes his powers from the sun around here, did you? No, wait. You said the beam of light came from you.
Yeah.
I'm confused now.
Are you here too?
He's just flying
This is
in.
not my blood.
Or,
teleporting.
The beam of
teleport.
light is coming from me, so he may have gone through me.
So at this point, there's probably more blood in the area than would
Feasibly could come.
feasibly
from Ren.
come from a person of her size.
Yeah.
You do notice that it is very much, there's almost like a pool of blood that's sort of a line that goes across the tracks.
Okay. We don't see any.
Is Ren on one side and we're on the other side?
Ren's sort of stumbling around in the middle of where that pool was. That's where you first appear.
Okay.
That's your first memory is literally standing in this pool. And
There's nothing else. besides
I'm
the
not
light.
bleeding. There's nothing in here.
if you
Amniotic fluid.
no amniotic fluid. As you guys start looking around, you can actually see towards the edge of where the pool was. You know, it's like concrete, and then there's a section that's like brickwork,
Okay.
and then more concrete
Gotcha.
on both sides of the tracks.
Okay.
Even the material of the tracks themselves
Seems
changed.
Okay.
So,
So Ren, you're new here. Where did you come from?
The tunnel.
You came from a different tunnel into this tunnel?
No, I came from this tunnel. I came through this tunnel.
Were
But
you
where did you
on
come
the
from?
train?
I don't think so.
Alrighty.
Did you travel via blood?
No.
So it's not the blood
I
man
wasn't
search
on the
word.
train. I was on the track.
Yeah, pretty much your first, your life memory starts with you in that pool of blood, if I'm not mistaken.
I am going to retrieve the others, and then I'm going to go fly over to find Butter and.
Okay, what are you doing, as you can describe yourself as well. You've flown in,
teleported.
teleported. Sorry, I keep thinking you fly. I'm sorry.
At first, my character's kind of teleported in a purplish, bright light, and just kind of hangs back with a nervous look, kind of guilty almost.
Okay.
and wears a black suit. Is a she. My character is a she. Around the cuff areas, so like leg and wrist.
Yes, I hide that.
Collar and waist is purple, and the rest of the suit is black. Long hair. Yeah. You could see slight mechanic parts around the head. You don't know what it's from. Looks alien.
Back at the train car, you guys doing anything different after you've sort of looked at it?
Guy, like Jonathan, is everybody okay in there?
Yeah, take a look inside the
Sure.
car, make sure everybody's alright.
A few people have been knocked around. Like I said, people are starting to get off the train, so and the impact kind of pushed the entire car, so everyone on the car kind of stumbled a bit, but otherwise they seem to be okay. At this point, you've probably got the first wave of first responders arriving even.
I just sort of just do like some sort of investigation check of the train, just see if there's just anything that might help us figure out where this might have came from. Sort of like,
Looking through the train itself, like, so you're taking the time to kind of investigate the train
Yeah.
again.
Or the back of the train.
yeah,
Just
the
where
back car sort of.
So you're looking specifically at where the damage came from?
Yeah.
Okay, that was something that came out of the tunnel.
Okay.
There's nothing there though.
There's
not a
there's
physical
no
thing.
like there's no like cannonball or anything.
No.
Okay. Alright, we're not dealing with pirates, that's good.
Black Flame, you want to zip up there and get Luna down here and see if she can sniff around? Since you're quicker than getting up there.
Sure.
Okay, so you're gonna fly up and check on Luna?
Teleport up.
Oh my god. I will remember one day
Does not
that you
have
teleport.
wings.
Get her to come down
She
here
does
and
not
sniff
have
around.
wings.
Okay.
Ren, you I don't think you were with the people on the train
No, I wasn't with the people on the
because you
train,
came after.
but I felt an impact.
Yeah, we saw the impact.
And then the light was projecting from me, so I felt an impact. So
Did you generate the light?
I generated the light, but not the impact itself.
So can you light up this tunnel?
Yes.
Do you mind doing that so I can look around?
Okay, you're gonna glow a little brighter then? Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, tunnel's nicely lit. You can see the,
Daybreak, she's more useful than you. Look, she
I'm
can light up a
gone.
room.
I
He's
flew
gone.
away.
you're just the two of you at this point. You turn around, gone.
Well then,
Yeah.
I'm super
Guess I'm alone in
inconspicuous
this.
after that.
Looking down the tunnel, the rest of it looks like a normal,
Just a normal tunnel.
Normal tunnel. The only part that looks different is this one pool of blood that has the different textures in it, the different materials as part of the building process.
Okay.
Red light.
Why don't you come with me and meet some of the other members of our gang? We're known as Fail.
fail.
Yeah.
What is our
Freaks and
They had an acronym. I don't remember what it stood for.
I think we finalized it.
No, I don't
I thought it
know.
was like
Fail.
fighting against.
Fighting Action Intelligence
League.
I believe so.
Super team of inner city kids.
Yeah,
Stick.
Paul Captain Justice posted one on our Facebook page.
Yeah, it ended
Yeah.
up being fail.
Oh,
But you,
Fighting Action Intelligence League.
Okay, got it. Okay.
um,
I'm coming to meet
We're
the fail
better
army.
than our name, is all I'm saying.
yeah.
Come and meet the rest of the gang.
So,
Yes, I will.
yeah, outside, you guys can just keep going. The police are starting to question people about what's going on. They're kind of cording off people and making sure that they don't, in case it's viral or biological.
Hey guys, meet Ren. Ren, this is
You went up to
Stonefist
get the guard, right?
and
Yeah.
Burr.
Please don't tell me she's gone.
No,
Nice to make your acquaintance.
And now this is your chance to describe yourselves to Ren.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm a kind of a gloomy teen, an 18-year-old guy, but I wear like got my dark hoodie on, just like a little bit. Stone fist.
Do you have Stone Fist? No.
I'm like a geokinesis powers.
Okay.
I'm Bird, about 18, that's my age. Latino ethnicity, sort of have a blue trench coat on. Not much, ruffled hair that looks like it hasn't been combed in about 3 days. Sort of like my own.
Bit of a mama's boy.
Yeah.
Has a dirty kitchen at home.
Doesn't help at home. Doesn't fold his laundry either.
Oh no, that's my dad's job.
Make your dad fold your underwear?
Do you
No.
Do you have a
That
bow?
was my job.
I have a bow, yes. I have a bow and a bow with a quiver of arrows strapped to my back.
Over the trench coat?
Over the trench coat, yeah.
Under the trench coat makes it really hard to reload.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
He tried it under the trench coat, but his first mission went horribly
also-
wrong.
I was gonna
Having
say,
it-
he looked like a hunchback.
Fumo.
Yeah, everyone was calling him Quasimodo. It was an awful hero name.
That was
You've gotten up to the top.
He flew up
not a
there.
good stage.
You teleported up there. Shut up. They have basically they bring her down for you. They reactivate the one power that she's got, and she as soon as she gets in the tunnel, her nose is assaulted. Basically, like you can see her kind of sniffing like a dog that's just like a dog that's just smelled something that's really gross.
So wait,
Yeah, it's
Pearl,
like yeah.
like
Does it smell like your boyfriend there, girl?
Ugh. No, this is disgusting. It smells of copper and weird blood.
Weird
And
blood.
earth. Very, she.
So that's not the cologne your boyfriend wore.
No. Ugh. She gets her nose sort of closer to the pool that's there, and it smells of dirt. To her, she says.
Dirt.
Yep.
That's not going to help us find the sun guy.
No.
Helios.
Yeah. Helios. Do we want to explore this, or should we go look for Helios?
It seems odd to take this Ren without knowing what this blood is. Blood is important to your people, is it not?
Well, when it's inside, when it's out, it's kind of useless at that point.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that Helios should be our main objective now. The authorities are here, so
I just really want to get that guy.
yeah.
And you, Black Flame?
Black Flame just kind of backs up and goes, I don't need an opinion.
What?
Then we will pursue Helio. Luna.
Fetch, girl.
She turns and growls at you, and one of the guards gives her a jerk on the lead chain that they've got her led by,
Because that's what he likes to do.
and
Around, yeah.
she gets out into the at the base of the out of the tunnel and tries to pick up the trail, and all I can smell is this blood.
Okay, well, maybe we need to get a little farther away from here. Let's walk up a block.
Towards the warehouses.
Okay. She
Can you force us back?
no, I'm not going to try and force you back.
The road you keep going on seems to be curvy.
Back to the.
No, she gets it takes up quite a while. Like she's sort of walking as far away from the train as the guards and you will let her, and she is trying to she's almost like stopping and sniffing trees and flowers and sort of very mundane things to
Right.
try and get sense that she would be familiar with.
Okay.
And the guards are, you can almost see the guards are kind of getting a little antsy about it,
Right.
and then she finally pits up on the trail again and directs you deeper into the warehouse is, and she leads you to she leads you to one edge of the warehouse where it's a large abandoned warehouse. It actually the warehouse is labeled Sunkissed. It's got like a Sunkissed label on the side of it.
Is that an actual company?
Yes. I don't know. It's like a orange juice or something. Isn't
No.
it?
Yeah, it's juice.
Oranges, orange
Oranges,
juice,
yeah.
and like the little fruit things.
Yeah.
I like
Squishy
those. They're
fruit things.
delicious.
Yeah, and it looks like a Sunkissed factory or storage facility
This seems very appropriate
that's
to
not in business anymore.
Helios to be hanging out at the
Sun.
Sun Kiss. Not a sponsor,
Not a sponsor. That's right.
but for the low price of.
I know Captain Justice. He does this.
Black Flame, do you think you could pop in there and see if it's safe?
Sure.
And then pop right out right in case it's bad?
Pop. Gotta make the pop.
Don't
sound.
end up in
the-
somebody's bathroom.
Haha.
Oh, I'm never gonna forget about that.
Do I need to spend burn?
Yeah. At this point, you would. We're actually into a different scene, so you would
Oh.
need to generate new burn
Yay.
because you guys have left the train scene. It is still going on in behind you, some distance away.
I'm assuming you turned your brightness off.
12.
There you go. Followed you guys, right?
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much burn does that generate you?
3.
Okay. So that's going to give you 3 burn for the scene.
Will that cost 2 to teleport in and then back?
I'll let you teleport in and out for 2.
Okay. So, the teleporter, what happens?
Your teleport makes a really odd grinding noise too, doesn't it? It's not
Yeah.
like silent. You guys know this, right?
It makes a grinding noise?
Yeah.
Yes, it makes a mechanical grinding.
Do you really want him to teleport in still? And just mentioning the fact that that does happen when he teleports.
Absolutely.
All right.
This is
Because nobody's gonna know where it comes from. So.
it's quite loud, isn't it?
So you teleport in, you hear the grinding
Totally
noise.
like the TARDIS loud.
Yeah, almost like the from the TARDIS.
Except the grinding.
The guards have basically, okay, she's got you here. That was the deal. We're taking her back. What you guys do from here, you're on your own.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So they take her back, and she's out of the scene at this point. You teleport into the warehouse.
What time is it?
It is 7:40.
Should we take a break?
Yeah, you know what? This is actually a perfect time to take a break. You guys appear into the warehouse, and we are going to take our 10-minute break
He
now.
appears into the warehouse.
You
We're on the
appear at the
outside.
warehouse. The rest of you are kind of off on the side,
And he gasps. And
and he gasps.
Johnny!
She gasps.
number that I got from that lady.
That's the numbers that
My
only
character.
make sense to him.
He got a phone
character was
number
good.
when they were at the prison. Daybreak was
Oh.
Daybreak in full tentacle form.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't
was
even
given
need my
a
glowing
woman's
form.
phone number.
I didn't even need.
It
my
was
glowing
he was
form.
given Janice, the meta relation hand, and when she shook his tentacle hand, the number transferred onto him.
That's funny.
I didn't know, but in my head I was
didn't
thinking,
know that was a skill
for
of
some
yours.
reason, the name I was thinking of, Janis Joplin, gave him.
Well,
Are you like?
Well,
Are
she's
you,
been
are
dead
you
for
like
a long,
slightly
long
slimy?
I know, but this is alternate universe.
I kind of described it as like one of those Bazooka Joe comic book transfers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what
Yeah.
I
you
have
use silly putty
stunning-
for.
Yeah, silly putty, that was it.
Yeah, that's not a transfer thing.
Oh yeah, well I'm just gooey.
I meant.
You're just gooey.
Like silly putty, you know.
Gotcha.
Remind me to stay away from him if he's gooey.
So
You're just
while,
kind of hentai-ish, that's all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
while as he grinds his way into
We're all a
the
little.
Okay, so you have teleported in. You have you are basically
I'm-
on a platform looking into the room, and and you sort of turn your head to look, and then
And
we'll talk
freeze
about everybody
frame.
else. And freeze frame to the break. And now we're talking about what you guys are
I'm
doing outside.
tagging the wall.
Okay, what,
Priorities?
That seems like high on first
are you?
priority.
So you're
As
like
I'm waiting for him.
Cheer.
you're like right outside the
Cheer.
Sunkist building.
Yep. Probably right on the Sunkist logo.
Okay. And what are the rest of you doing while you're waiting for him to grind back out?
Are there any windows that we can see?
There are windows.
Can we get to those windows?
When you try to look out in through the
I'm
windows,
still working on it. It's got to have like SH's.
at first you think they've kind of been like fogged over or
That looks like
something.
the money sign.
Then you realize that as you look at it, they're actually covered in soot. You can see on the other side, like
Please don't tell me I just teleported into like some sort of furnace or
Why
something.
is there soot in a sun?
Sun.
Like,
Because something.
The force of
something
1,000
is burned.
suns.
something must
Okay.
I knew you were
Something's
planning
burned.
on
It's ashes.
Tim, anything you're doing?
Actually, no. I wanted to see if is there anything like in contact or immediately adjacent to the building? Is there like?
There's like a loading dock. There's
I'm sort of evaluating it for alternative entrances to get in.
there's a number of entrances,
There's a
right?
chimney.
There's a
That's all
front
that
door.
matters.
There's the sun. Like there's a couple of windows. There's a big loading dock. You know, it could probably hold like 5 semi trucks at a time. I mean, this is a large factory.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it that big.
But you said there's soot, so there's a chimney.
Unless
No, I
or
said there was
something
soot.
burnt.
Okay, so it's ash of some sort.
Yeah.
Hey guys, there's some soot in the window. I'm pretty
Have you
sure
been
it's
smoking up again, Burr? We can all see that.
What are you doing, SH?
What is in that Pepsi?
Oh,
What are you
It's got
doing?
grandmother windows. We can just like actually like look
leave
in
it
the
my
window.
mark.
Yeah, you're kind of looking through, and it's darkened on the other side.
Okay.
You look around inside. The warehouse itself, it looks like it's empty. It hasn't been cleaned in a while. There's one area towards the back, though, that you can see where they have clearly sort of neatened it a little bit. There's a car set up by one of the loading docks that could probably drive out, and it's not too far from where the sort of living room is set up. Basically, you don't see anyone initially. Give me a defend roll. So you are defending from. So it is roll plus savior. The way the rolls work in the system, it's 2d6. Generally, 7 to 9 will be a partial success. 10 and higher will be a full success.
Are conditions still on us? How long do we suffer conditions for?
Until someone deals with them. To deal with conditions, you would generally be. That is provoking. Sorry, trying to find the rules for it here. Clearing conditions.
Comfort or support?
So you can always clear a condition by taking a certain action at the end of a scene in which you've taken a corresponding action. To clear anger, you would have to have hurt someone or break something important. To clear afraid, you would have to run from something difficult. To clear guilt, you'd have to make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt. To clear hopelessness, fling yourself into easy relief. Insecure, take a foolhardy action without talking to your team.
I bet he's probably done a lot of those without even
Doing that
telling
by
us.
leaving his mark. And the Sunkist
That's
logo
kind of
on the
his. That's his character thing, right? His signature action.
Yeah.
You can.
If I punch a teammate, is that clearing the anger?
I would say so. Yeah.
Don't get any ideas. That's why these rings are on.
I have one specific to my character. I can blow off steam.
If you want to punch one of these guys, if you're pissed off, you can certainly do so, and that would let you clear off your anger.
Sorry, Bert.
Right?
If you want to be a
back is
hero,
turned to
this
me, I
is
give him
what
a
you
punch
gotta
to the
do.
head.
Punch to the head.
Punch to the head. Punch to the back of the head. Fine.
Face the
And then I look
Not
at
gonna do damage.
Daybreak. What'd you do that for?
So now, because you're hitting someone else, there has to be some type of consequence for that.
This is like a Newtonian law thing.
Well, yeah, kind of.
For every action, there's
Okay, hold on.
equal and opposite.
When a move tells you to mark a condition, blah blah blah.
Not my fault.
Once
It
a
was 'cause I was
condition
hit by
is
that
attacked, so you're
kettle
going
bomb
to
thing.
Okay.
I'm angry because I got hit by that kettle bomb thing when I snuck into Captain Justice's place.
thing.
You've been angry this whole time.
What?
That thing touched me.
So he has he's punched you. Does he have influence over you,
No.
or do you have influence? Do either of you have influence to each other?
No, but we do have a relationship.
We do have a relationship.
Okay, what is your
I don't need to
relationship?
know.
We did something illegal. We drank booze together, and I also have to prove myself to him before I feel like a real superhero.
Okay.
We got that bad
That sounds like
relationship
it's never
going
gonna
on.
happen.
He's trying to prove himself, and I just keep putting him down.
You can
Literally
shift-
putting him down by punching him in the back of the head.
because you've taken this action.
Yeah.
You are going to shift one of his labels up,
Okay?
and he's going to shift one of yours down.
And I get rid of my condition of anger.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right,
You
I'm
just
shifting
released your anger
your.
by punching it in the head.
I'm shifting your danger up one.
Alright, my danger is at 0 now.
Yay.
Yay.
You're not dangerous.
I don't want it.
And you're shifting one of mine down.
You do actually.
I don't. Well,
Yeah, you do. The ones that are
okay.
dim
Put
are the
your
ones you start with,
savior down.
and you can pick one of them to bring them up one higher.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
So can I tell that he's the one who punched me?
No.
Because you just blamed Daybreak for it, so.
Actually, you can. You would have to make a pierce the mask roll to know if he's actually done it.
Okay, so I guess I'll do that. So what is that? What is a pierce?
That is a roll plus mundane.
You can ask, what are you really planning? And then you'll know.
For 6.
You don't know.
I don't know. What happened? Who?
Who
Okay.
touched me?
No, he can ask one. Oh no, he's 6, never mind.
He's 6. He
That
doesn't
is
get that any.
And you just blame.
Black Flame? Yeah, I
You blamed.
Daybreak.
Okay.
Who did he blame?
Daybreak.
Daybreak. Okay.
But who seems to be missing?
Yeah, he's on his way down.
Black Flame, are you coming back here yet, or what?
So you have looked around. You have seen this whole sort of area. But you've got sort of this. The factory itself has been emptied out. There's a few empty boxes left lying around. There's one area near the loading dock that has a couch, a couple TVs, and a bunch of solar panels inside, set up at like this sort of angle.
All facing towards one of the chairs?
Yes.
Touch it? Okay.
Yep. And there is, you realize someone is asleep on the couch.
Grind away.
Grind. They might be awake now after that whole grinding thing, yeah.
Burr, I'm sorry. Here's my last joint.
Don't want your joint.
No, man, you gotta take it. I feel really bad. I did hit you in the head.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my sacrifice. I'm getting rid of my guilt.
This is Canada. Is that really something you feel guilty about?
No, this is the States.
Oh, we're in the States.
We're in the States.
Oh my
Right,
god,
we're in the
that's
States.
why.
Yeah, we had to decide about that. That's right.
Yeah, we did
Helios-
decide that right away.
Is Helios' alter ego Trump?
No.
No.
So you teleport out. That's what you've seen.
Yeah.
So do I add like joints to like my equipment?
You can make a note that you have a joint if you want to make a note of that.
Yeah, because I feel like that could come in handy.
Okay.
Or not.
You know, to burn a bully in the neck.
I mean, really,
To
it's,
burn a bully in
it's
the-
what,
I can-
catnip or something probably knowing you?
Oh, I could just light it and sort of just smear it on Helios's head.
I don't think it'll work on Helios.
So you are teleporting out at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so you blink out, back to the group.
I say, guys,
Blink out.
prepare yourself. I think I woke up whoever was sleeping in there. And then I explained
was
the
it-
scene I had seen.
He who we were pursuing?
I don't know. I wasn't in there fast enough to look.
Long enough.
For long enough.
Fast enough. Aw,
It's like,
maybe you were in there too fast.
I'm not going to let him get away. I like, try to open the doors are locked.
Okay,
Is there people-
yes,
there's
the doors
people
are
there.
locked.
Ah.
You're probably strong enough to...
Rip it off its hinge.
Okay, so let's go to a point where you guys... how are you all entering the building? You're basically pushing open a door.
I'm rushing ahead.
Okay,
I'm
so
trying
you're
to.
charging in.
I don't want
Following
this
behind.
person to get away.
You got an arrow ready, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna take an arrow. Should I go down to one of the
You
back
shouldn't take an
entrances?
arrow. I want you to shoot an arrow. Because I don't want you injured this time.
Okay, I'll load it, notch an arrow.
Okay, is it a dimit arrow or just a normal...
We'll just go with normal for
Okay.
now. Actually, no. Net arrow. We'll go with net arrow.
Net arrow, okay. Alright, so you are charging the door. Are you... You're a superhero. You can control rocks. Are you throwing a bunch of rocks at the door to get through first? Because
Yes.
you're probably
I'm-
not strong enough to do it on your own.
Nope, I am trying to haul up some bunch of concrete, like good 2-3 foot slabs of
that were
it,
kicking around.
several of them.
Okay,
So like 5 or 6 2 or 3 foot slabs of concrete that are all about like that thick.
sure.
Boom.
Okay,
Just like the door and a couple of feet around the door.
okay. So he's punched a
Just
hole
becomes
through the
dust.
windows, the doors,
Yep.
and,
The wall.
and probably a couple sections of wall as he bursts into the into the building.
Yep.
You missed where I put my tags up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Did you take out his tag?
What? Oh, was it if it was immediately within a couple of feet of the door, then yes. If it's not, then no.
No, I think it was. I don't know, unless the sign was near the door. I didn't.
I usually like the sign is above the door.
That's true.
Okay.
Couldn't have been
Although
too high.
I do
Unless it's
feel
a mirror
guilty
on.
about. I do have a tie to you. Relationship tie to you.
Yes.
Again, I don't need to know.
Actually, at this point, may I see your sheet for 1 second?
But yeah, I want to do this and just run in and see if I can get to the sleeping guy. I never even bothered asking you where he is.
Okay, so at this point, because you've been with the group a little bit of time here, and you really have no sense of who you are or what you're from or anything,
Don't know what I'm doing.
there are 2 blank spots that are defining relationships. So, of this group of people that you have met so far,
Do I
which one is an exemplary human?
Oh, I am.
That's not true.
Everyone is human except for him.
These
So it would
three-
be pretty great if you said that I was an example.
As he doesn't quite look human though. Doesn't he have a tentacle on his head?
No, he's got
I
cyber
have
gear.
made of
Volcanic
gelatin?
pieces. Alien, greenish glowing volcanic pieces.
Do I have to pick somebody that is?
Yeah. Because these are the people you have met, and they are the ones who are kind of setting your terms of humanity. So, really, it would be...
So are you human or
I'm
alienish?
I'm human,
Okay.
He just
but
has some,
I've been like
he's a cyborg.
Side.
I've been against my will.
Against your will?
Yeah, I went into an alien thingy from an older thing, and then it mechanicfied me and gave me my powers.
Okay.
He's
I used to be human.
Counts.
You speak in it. Okay. What am I supposed to be picking them for?
Well, if you look on the sheet there under relationships, one of these fine people is sort of your example of what humanity is and should be.
Does anybody else have Climaxa on their relationship thing?
Yeah.
Maybe
You
we
have-
just switch that to Ren.
Yeah, dude.
Because mine would not make sense because it's I know the doom of Climax.
Oh, okay. Take that one off then. And we'll. What's the other one you could have? Or is that a relation? That was hers to you.
From Climax.
Okay.
Yeah, this does make sense that you would damage my tag because you ripped them off other things.
Yeah.
For similar reasons. except one was that
So I'm gonna
like
say SH
one was
is
more of
empty.
like an important event.
SH is your example of humanity.
Yes.
And it's like,
Oh, great.
it's gone.
Oh no.
Don't turn evil and go, humanity is
God.
wrong, I shall kill it all. Please don't.
Okay, so I shouldn't just pick us. I should
No, SH is
No,
great.
just ignore him.
No.
it's
I was
your
trying to make a
choice.
joke.
well,
Yeah.
he's
Please
supposed to
pick-
be telling me what I'm supposed to do.
Pick who you think would
Okay.
work.
It could be
Whatever
for
you
good
want.
reasons or
I
bad.
was trying to make a
You
joke,
picked
but I'm not
SH,
good at
pick
making
SH.
jokes, so.
I picked that one right there.
For
My exemplary human.
okay,
Yep.
you are her exemplary
Black
human,
flame.
Black Flame. Okay, so the
just earned
rocks have powered through the building and gone shattering onto the ground. I'm gonna say that
Oh, do I have to unleash my powers to do this?
I am gonna say no. Unleashing your powers is more of a like really pushing your abilities to the edge.
Okay.
Like if you wanted to fly everybody on their own separate boulders and control them all, then yeah, that would be unleashing your powers.
Annihilating out of the ocean?
What does unleashing my powers mean for me?
What are your powers?
He has
honing
none.
in,
He's kind of a
honing in,
Batman type
Honing
character.
in.
Okay, so he's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
sort of a
I'm void.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, Laird, it would be like shooting a target really
Is
far
that
away.
your
like,
own
oh,
opinion
aiming
that you're a
in.
hot guy? Or-
No, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
So I have bow and arrows and martial arts.
Okay.
Oh,
No, Laird is kind of a hot guy.
from the ground you take out a 747.
We're going to take just 2 minutes because I need to deal with something, and we'll be back in just a second.
I'm
What's the unleashing powers thing?
You want me to?
Yeah, mute it.
It's,
We're back.
Hey everybody, we're back. Sorry for the short intermission, but you guys have crashed through the wall. You are, I assume, rushing in right behind it. Is that correct, Stonefist?
yes, and I'm trying to apprehend the sleeping guy before he
Okay.
can get away.
So
Hope
when
you
you-
identify him first.
He's not
When
sleeping
you,
anymore.
the first thing you see is the guy who is sleeping is standing up. He's got a glow to him, like there's a heat coming off him. It is definitely Helios. You've seen him before. You know that it is Helios.
I'm right behind him,
Okay.
It's like you're not getting.
and as I see him powering up, I am going to say, I'm going to negate his powers.
All right. Well, he is
That's your
because you're
power.
right behind him. He is firing a beam of energy in at the two of you.
Okay.
So it is going to be a Directly engage a threat.
Dissipates away. That's cool. Like, unless you fail and you get hit by something. Less cool.
So can I then get in front of them to block the heat being thrown up?
At this point, these two are just rushing in first, and then we're gonna kind of go with what everyone else is coming in after them. Okay. So it is directly engage a threat from your end.
So what am I rolling?
2 dice plus danger.
So I got 12.
7.
7 is a partial success. So you can resist or avoid their blows. You can take something from them. So I would say that you could maybe disengage one of their abilities.
Okay.
You can create an opportunity for your allies, or you can impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I'm frightening him.
If I surprise him, does that give me an advantage to my negating his abilities?
No. Basically, at this point, it's a trade-off, right? Both of you are you guys are getting hit. What did you roll on yours?
12.
Okay, so we'll talk. So you're directly engaging the threat as well, and we'll talk about your effect in a moment. You can choose to negate his beam ability, and that would avoid the effect.
Sure, I'll negate that.
Okay, and that is sort of your one thing.
Okay.
You're going to get hit by this wave of heat,
Yeah.
but what you're doing in that is let's say you kind of sucked in the energy that he would normally have used.
Okay.
Okay. And Tim, both of you are getting hit by the beam. Or sorry, you're getting hit by it as well.
He's behind Tim.
Yep.
He's behind
Yeah, it's a blast type effect. So you would pick up the condition. I'm going to say angry.
Okay.
Because I mean, you wanted to take his powers away. You failed.
Punched again.
That's not always going to work. Just to let you know, if you just keep hitting him in the back of the head,
You're gonna mess
you
with
can
his
go
spine
to the
and he's
front
gonna
of the
end up
face
being
head
paralyzed.
So Tim, you had 12. You said.
Yep.
So you can pick 2 of the effects.
Alright, well, I'm resisting.
Okay. So you don't take any damage or any condition.
Alright, and let's see. So what's he wearing? I don't think he uses any handheld weapons or anything.
No. Right now he's wearing probably.
Nothing, because nothing.
He's got no shirt on.
Everything is flammable.
But he's got, his superhero type pants that he normally wears when he's a villain. You know, basically he didn't have his whole costume on.
He looks like a
Wearing
wrestler.
pleather pants. Seriously.
Who wouldn't wear pleather pants if they could?
Can we all?
Can't we all wear pleather pants?
Isn't that like super uncomfortable?
Yes.
It's like, I don't know if sure.
Like,
Next week, everybody wears
Next week we're all going to be in pleather pants, ladies and gentlemen.
okay, then I have to go
Click
get
in
some.
leather pants.
So what are you doing, Tim? What's your?
I guess when I take something from him, it's not his limbs.
No, you can't quite take his limbs away from him.
Take his smile.
I like that.
I take his smile away. I can take away
Real-
all
I
his
mean,
happiness.
if he was carrying gear, like you could have hit.
You can take his
hit-
pleather pants off.
Pleather pants.
You could shred his uniform if you want.
Embarrass him?
You
Has
could
a-
knock
he has
him
a
down with
uniform?
one of your big chunks of concrete.
Alright, I take
Take
away
his
his
happiness.
escape route.
Can't do that either.
He did word it right.
Okay, so you try to take away something. If you want to take away his escape route, one of the bricks is going to hit the car that he has.
Oh wait, where was his car?
His car was parked by
Near the door.
near the loading dock.
So that I could escape quickly.
Oh, I didn't realize. That's not really in the vicinity of where I'm flinging stones around. I'm kind of
It's not far from him, so you could have done it. I would say.
All right, I rolled very well. I could have. All right.
Okay, so you are doing damage to. You're resisting his blows,
Yep.
and you are taking his car away.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So the rest of you are rushing in. Or sorry, I don't want to assume. What are you guys doing?
Following.
Following?
I don't know what else to do.
Sure. No, you can do anything you would like as a superhero. I mean, you're with these people, so they seem to be doing this. So if you want to rush in behind them, you can. You can anything else that catches your fancy? Your characters, you know, you could grab something and throw it at him. You could barricade an entrance. I mean, you don't really know the world around you very well yet.
Right.
So that's kind of you're kind of limited in the sense that you probably are going to be following these guys to an extent as you learn about the world around you.
Okay. So somebody else can go first, and I'll
Sure.
follow.
What do you guys want to do?
I am flying in through the hole that's been created.
Okay.
Sort of flying to the top of the warehouse and surveying, looking for if there are any other threats.
Okay. Looking around, it is largely empty. A lot of most of the warehouse has been cleaned out. The section that isn't is just a like a small living area where he had some stuff stashed.
Okay.
He has no henchmen.
Okay.
Okay.
I will wait.
Sure.
At this
Burr.
How far away is he from us?
He's easily within arrow range.
Okay, I'll just shoot my net arrow at him.
Sure.
So, okay, what am I rolling for?
You are rolling directly engage a threat.
Directly engage a threat. So that is this little 5, 6, 7. What do I add?
You would add danger.
Danger?
Yep.
So 7.
7. Okay, so you can pick one of the following. You're not in any danger of being hurt by him.
Yeah.
So you could have him take a condition,
Okay.
which would basically be you hitting him.
Yeah, and it's with my net arrow, so could I say he's prone or something, maybe?
We could say that you create, rather than doing a condition on him, that you create an opportunity for your allies.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Ren, you come into the building and see this arrow that's just exploded on whoever this guy they're attacking. So I don't think they ever really told you who he was.
No.
We've thrown around the name Helios
Yeah,
quite a bit.
you know the name, but you don't know why they're attacking him.
Okay.
And he's just been hit with this arrow that's sort of like exploded and wrapped him up in a net.
Okay. Okay. So can I then use my ability of super durability and strength
Sure.
to somehow strengthen that net?
That would be your super strength. Like you'd be really strong and you'd be really durable and taking damage.
Okay.
You can't make other things more
Okay.
strength and durability. That's,
Stronger.
I mean, I suppose you could if that's how you want to do your power. That's kind of weird.
Stronger and more
Must be weird, am I not?
Yeah, you can be if you want. So,
So roll.
okay, I'm just trying to think of how that power is going to work.
Okay. But then
Okay, so it's not going to be you that is really strong and durable. It is you are able to control the density of other things.
I have a mind of my own. My powers evolve and mutate, so I can mutate my power onto something else, right?
Okay. There's a limit to that, though. There's an effect that when that does that, isn't there?
It says newborn moves.
Okay.
So you lose the power once the danger's gone,
Okay.
and the danger is Helios.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So you are focused, I guess. Like, how would this? Think in a comic book. You've rushed into a room. You see this guy with super sun-based powers, encased in a mesh net of some sort, and you're affecting that net. What does this look like?
So my body undergoes an unpredictable transformation,
Sure.
and I take on a different physical appearance. I take on the appearance of the net,
Okay. So
and because I'm super durable and super strong, I've taken on the appearance of the net, and I
Okay.
become the net.
okay. So you're basically running and jumping to encase him as well as part of that net.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be directly engaging a threat then.
So then what do I do?
So you're gonna roll 2 dice. You're gonna add them together and add danger to it.
So add danger of my 1.
Yeah.
8 plus
8.
1.
So 9.
Yeah.
So you are encasing him as well. You've got him trapped like extra on this net. Okay. And you've taken on the form of this net. Okay. So you're okay.
So create
So
an
now the net is
opportunity for your
green.
allies.
Yep.
And has a head.
Okay.
I'm assuming your head still looks like your head.
Does your head still look like your head?
Or do you?
Sure.
And now everybody wail on him.
All right. What are the rest of
Might
you
not be
doing?
nice to Ren.
I'm super durable. It's okay. I won't feel.
Go for the head.
Go for the
Why
head.
are you so angry at this guy?
He's angry because he killed his girlfriend.
What? Oh yeah, right, yeah.
Part of my origin story.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll some more burn.
No, you have the burn you have for the seed.
Really? When you... Okay.
So what would you like to do with that burn you have? Oh, someone did a roll and failed, didn't they?
No, he had
Oh, I really
I
partial
had
success.
7.
You had a partial success, so that's not a failure. We're good.
I think everyone's passed in this
Okay.
so far.
I think I'm gonna do a reality storm,
Okay.
but I'm gonna use freak. Pretty much, I spend my last burn
Okay.
to roll directly engage a threat, but with freak instead of danger. And if I don't spend another burn, which I can't, I cause unwanted collateral damage.
Okay.
So my hands start to glow. I start running towards them. I kind of put my hand in the ground, pull up a chunk of rock, and yeet it at him.
Okay. So you you are directly engaging a threat. So I'm going to need you to make a roll at this point.
That's 6
Plus
plus
your danger.
3 is
Oh, nice.
9.
9. All right.
No, it's freak. It's plus
Oh,
freak.
you're
because
using
of
your
reality
freak because
storm.
it's a reality storm? Okay. So there's like all this dark black energy pouring off to you. You scoop up ground and you like hurl it at this guy and at Ren. So Ren is actually going to be the collateral damage you're doing.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm very durable.
So
Super durability and strength. I can do it.
yeah, it is still going to mark a condition in this case.
Just have some dents in my skin.
The rest of the collateral damage that you're doing, you have basically like smashed open the back wall of this warehouse and left like these long gouges in the ground where you scooped up.
Once again,
He has an escape route again.
I love how we
And
make our mark everywhere.
you have done a condition to him.
Collateral damage is acceptable.
I would say he's probably afraid right now.
Okay.
Okay,
And what does that do?
that affects what he can do. Okay. All right, and that was the last person to go this round. Okay.
He's just gonna flare up and burn the dead away, isn't he?
Did I need to roll for my negation of his powers?
That was you did that in the directly engage a threat.
7.
Okay.
Okay. I need Ren. I'm gonna need you. Did you mark a condition that we talked about?
Which condition?
No. It was
I would say.
to directly engage a threat.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna mark it because of what
of the
he's
collateral.
done. Black Flame has done all this collateral damage,
Okay.
both to you and to Helios.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that the. I'm thinking afraid.
Because I'm new, so
Check
I
that
should
out.
be afraid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Afraid of your model citizen.
I need you also to defend.
Okay.
Sorry.
Take
Take a powerful blow is what you need to roll.
Okay.
So it is going to be 2 dice plus 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Is that the soundtrack?
Okay, is that
7 plus 2.
7 plus
So
2 is
9?
9.
you're taking a powerful blow? Okay.
He was
Who needs
smoking
the
that.
Avengers theme? So we got Blair blown
He's been
up.
smoking that joint that I gave him, so now he's picked up a bottle.
And that's to take a direct threat.
You're taking a powerful blow, it's called.
So you want to roll.
So you've got 2 things that you can do here at this point. you can basically because Helios is like ripping and he's getting really hot from the sun. So your net, Burr, basically bursts into flames. If she hadn't done what she did, if Ren hadn't done what they did, you would have been he would have been free like now and be able to act. But you're holding him in place with your more durable net. So you've got kind of two options here. One is
Let go.
you can let go is one option. You can lash out verbally and like basically scream and like be upset.
Doesn't sound like something I would do.
And if you're doing that, you're basically doing it at one of these people because you're angry in that moment, and it's going to force them to do something foolhardy. Or you can mark two
I don't
conditions.
think that's smart. Mark two. How do I mark two conditions?
Check them off again.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is not necessarily a good thing.
Okay. So
Or you let him go.
I'm not letting him go.
Okay, so your options then would be to lash out verbally and scream at, basically you're screaming at one of these guys because you're angry and upset. Possibly, the guy who initially hit you.
Who threw chunks of cement
So
at
is-
you?
Yell at me
However,
for not
this
having a
damage
more
is from,
durable net.
Is
This-
it from him or no? It's from Helio. Like
This damage is from
exploding.
Helios, who's kind of he looks like a sunspot right now. He's really black and he's got like sort of orbs forming around him, and he's pushing out and stretching. The rope that he had, his net burst into flames, and he's kind of fighting with you to get free right now.
Okay.
You've partially held him, that's why you got a partial success.
So I can yell at a multitude of people, or one indirect.
You are lashing out verbally, and that will provoke a teammate to a foolhardy action. Or, in this case, you don't have influence over anybody, so you can't make them take a condition.
Okay. So if I were to just yell out, somebody do something that can block this guy's exit.
Okay, so you're...
One of you assholes do something to
Okay.
block this guy's exit, please.
Who are you directing that at?
Daybreak.
Daybreak.
He's
All right.
He can mold these gelatin.
He's gelatin. Well, you don't really know what he can do, but Daybreak, you have been lashed out at verbally, and you need to.
My precious alien psyche.
Yes, your precious alien psyche has been
Doesn't
traumatized.
understand how this is actually happening right now.
So I need to take a foolhardy.
You need to take a foolhardy, dangerous action on your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
So block the exit.
So that is him trying to get out and trying to break free. You shut down his ranged power, so he can't do that. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm actually yelling at him a little bit, but there's like
Can I
we're gonna bring you to justice.
can I try and negate another power?
And
On your turn, yes.
And I just bop a smaller. What am I? Now I have like a little pile of debris, or actually not.
You probably have. There's a bunch of debris in the space.
Yeah. And there's parts of him that are clear of the nets.
Tumbling his head.
Yeah, I go at his head with like a nice
Nice chunks of concrete are hitting him in the head, I think.
nice like 4 inch chunk of 4 inch chunk of concrete. He's a superhero. He has kind of resistance these things, but
Yeah.
I wanted to take a condition.
A what?
Have you taken us a...
No. I'm
I
just
think
looking at a couple options here.
Stun him so we can bring him to prison.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. So I'm not trying. I just
Please
want to.
don't kill
I
him.
don't want to kill him, but
not?
I'm not pulling my punches for causing him damage.
Well, keep in mind. I mean, that is one of the things that you as characters are going to be trying to figure out for yourselves as young heroes. Is perhaps SH's mentors and the heroes he looks up to are the darker heroes who do kill the villain, right?
So I'm not pulling up my punches on him. I'm not intending to kill him, but I don't mind if he has if he needs a trip to the hospital with a gun.
Great.
He's a super. He can take some pummeling.
All right, so you're peppering him with
Some concrete.
some
Let's
concrete.
see how
Okay.
it goes.
I guess I gotta use a move.
You gotta rule. It's
I
probably
guess it's just
free.
directly engaging him. I guess again, directly engage. And
It's freak, isn't it? You gotta roll it against freak.
No, you're directly engaging the threat again, so it would be danger.
All right.
Danger.
10.
Okay, 10. You pick 2.
All right. Well, I resist their blows again.
Okay. In this case, there isn't any. In this case, he doesn't really have anything that you can resist. I will say, instead of resisting his blows,
Okay.
you target your rocks so that you're not hitting Ren.
I like that.
I bet
Okay,
he does
that's
too.
one of them. So
Or they do too.
All right. I want to get.
it's
Is there a way that one of these things I choose give him a condition, or the fact that I've already got a 10 or more to give him a condition, or?
Yeah, we're going to give him a condition for it. We're going to give him angry.
All right, and
Angry.
I'm going to impress him.
Impressive. Okay.
He's like,
You actually got to pick 2. One is avoiding her.
Yeah.
The other is the other one would be
to impress.
to impress. Yeah.
that's because he was
Are there marks in
actually
his skin or what?
for one of my first questions for my origin. He
Yeah.
was who mentored you in supervillainy, and it was Helios.
Okay.
Oh.
So he's like,
So
oh,
it's like I'm usually more
Right.
thoughtful, and I'm not being particularly thoughtful right now.
Okay.
I'm shouting at him and I'm hitting him pretty hard and dangerously.
So
He's like, he's
are you
hurting, but he's
impressing
like,
um, him or frightening him?
Probably
I keep doing-
impressing with the control of the powers he's using.
well, sort of. He always wanted me to go more out doing villainy, and I was a bit more thoughtful with my powers, even though I was geokinetic.
So now you're just being a little bit of a rebel.
Yes.
Okay, I want to assess the situation
Okay.
so I can figure out how we can end this quickly.
Okay, so give me a roll. You're look. So how are you? Sorry, because it's based. The rolls you're making are based on your actions in the fiction of the
Right,
story.
okay.
What are you doing
So
to assess
I'm
the
looking around, I'm
situation?
getting a sense of his powers and how we're stacking up compared to him, so I can sense a weakness that we'll be able to exploit and shut him down.
Okay.
That's what I want us to do to contain him.
Okay. All right. So you're kind of Okay. Give me a roll.
10.
Okay. So you would get to ask 2.
Okay.
Um,
So my one is how can we best end this quickly?
Sorry. What is your superior?
3.
Oh, plus 3. So 13 in total then.
No,
it's
I
got-
rolled a
Oh, I'm
7.
sorry. My apologies.
7 plus 3.
Okay. So how can we best end this quickly?
Yep.
Probably knocking him out would, negate his
Okay.
effect.
What here can I use or can we use to do that?
If you get in close enough to him,
Yeah.
you could also negate, shut him down completely power-wise.
Okay.
But that would be a lot of concentration on your part, and you would know that. What here can I use to do that?
Can you use a teammate?
Probably. The guy's powers are based on sun and sunlight and such.
Yeah.
So shutting down, the connection that he probably had to that,
Okay.
or making him use up what energy he has.
Okay.
Because he is kind of, you would probably know he's somewhat solar powered. So making, it's spending a lot of energy to
Right.
try and break free, to
Okay.
to fire that beam, things like that.
Okay.
That would certainly help. You also know that if he focuses his power enough, he could probably fly too. He's been known to do that.
Okay.
So if he does that, if that happens, he will get away.
What would light against light do? Like a light fight.
Your beams of light are basically like solid energy beams.
Solid light projection.
Yeah.
So if it was,
So if you hit him with one, it's like punching someone at a distance, basically, but with more force.
what if it was his light against my light?
His light doesn't
more
have.
Okay.
His is energy based. It's not a physical thing. So your beam would go right through his.
Would it kill him? Or negate his powers?
It wouldn't negate his powers. No.
Okay.
Whether it would kill him or not, you don't really know.
No. I would have to roll to know.
Yeah.
Right?
So is that your?
That was my turn.
Yeah.
So we want to just knock him out is what I'm getting. So I guess I'll sort of just throw my bow over my shoulder and run up to him and do my martial arts things.
Okay.
I have martial arts as a
things.
power.
So you rush up and like describe what you're doing. What does it look like in the comic book frame?
I don't know anything about. I think I could do the whole
He's doing some taekwondo.
Jumping
Tai Chi.
Batman one-legged kick to
Sure.
the
He's doing
face.
Tai Chi.
Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's just energy.
So you've sort of leapt over the person you're about to try and like do the landing kick to the
Yeah,
head.
landing
Sure.
kick to the head.
Roll, and then you land on your butt.
Oh, 5 and it's plus danger.
Yep.
0.
5.
Okay.
So yes, you land on your
That's
butt.
You
You got fat.
land on him,
Burn your ass.
and it looks like it's a really bad landing. And you're actually going to come out of this
Straddle them.
insecure about your abilities.
Sure, because he straddled him when he landed on him.
Well, no, it's more, not so much that he straddled him when he landed on him. It was more sort of you
now
did the
insecure.
jump, you did the kick, and it just didn't work. Like it was a really bad move.
You look like a kid
You
trying
look
to
like
make
an
fun of
idiot.
TV, Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like something out of a really bad B martial arts movie where they couldn't actually afford someone who knew martial
Pretending
arts.
to be Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Dude, while I land on him, does that do anything to
No.
him?
No, you burnt yourself.
You would have basically burned yourself.
However you
Well,
landed on him, you burnt yourself in that area.
Okay, I guess that's my turn.
Okay.
You guys take it from here.
Okay.
So what do?
I don't know. What would you like to do?
Basically,
Everyone's other than you is gone, right, Ren?
I've done.
I have not gone.
You have not gone. What foolhardy thing are you doing?
So, Daybreak hears this cry out for help, looks to see how he could potentially stop Helio from getting away, but decides that truly the biggest threat is Helio's powers. And knowing that he has similar powers to Helio, he is also heliokinetic. He just sort of drops from the sky and tries to like latch on to Helio, trying to suck the power out of him almost, but knowing that if he doesn't succeed, he's like latching on to like this incredibly
Sure.
hot thing.
The power of 1,000 suns.
Yes.
I mean, you said it yourself. You destroy your species, so
I am gonna say you are unleashing your powers
Okay.
because you're trying to suck the power out of him because you're sun-based as well. So this could go really well or really badly.
Okay. That, sir, is a 10.
That, sir, is a 10. All right. Okay. So you have fallen down onto Helios and to Ren.
my tentacles
and
are
your
sort of
your
wrapped
tentacle
around him.
body is sort of wrapping around him, and everyone is seeing the gray creature that is Daybreak start to glow. Okay, and it's glowing. For those of you who have seen him when he does that calming power, it is that type of white light
beautiful
glow.
Body.
And you don't feel the heat coming off of Helios anymore. You don't even feel him struggling anymore. And
low batteries.
you're like supercharged right now.
I mean, if I can continue acting in this round, Daybreak just sort of is like so filled with energy, you can't take it anymore. He just almost like lands on him, starts sucking the power, and then he reaches this like limit, and then all of a sudden he just shoots off of them
Okay.
and like launches into the ceiling through it if possible, and it's
Sure.
just like
More destruction.
heat is just emanating off him. Beams
Sure.
are just like he can't hold it.
Okay.
He is the sun.
So you've basically fired up into the night sky,
Like a rocket.
like a rocket. The roof of the building has this this circle that's got a red. Oh, sorry, I'll wait till Laird gets back. Hurry up, Laird.
Faster,
You missed the good
faster.
climax here.
No, it's the shape of his body.
Did Climaxa come back?
No, climax did not come back. Daybreak fell down onto Helios, absorbed, unleashed his power, and absorbed all of his because he's also heliokinetic, using sun-based powers. And now he is shot up out of the ceiling, and has left this sort of.
Well, so I'm almost like a ball with tentacles around it, and when I shot up through the ceiling, the thing I made, all my tentacles were splayed, so it almost looks like a sun has launched
Yes,
to the top.
perfect.
It's coming in.
Perfect.
Very
And
nice.
in fact, the edges of it are all glowing red because they've been superheated. So the metal corrugated roof that was on this building has this sort of like perfectly etched sun mark on it for the sun-kissed
Yeah.
warehouse. And
So that you can.
you are
So
up
as
in
I-
the sky right now, glowing with the power of a sun. And Ren is on the ground with Helios sort of wrapped in the body in your new form, and you have you are basically floating in the sky like a sun.
And is
so the-
Helios unconscious?
Helios is unconscious.
So, I wasn't caught in his like big explosion when I was on top of Helios.
No, not at all.
Okay, sweet. Still insecure. How do you get rid of insecurity?
Doing something foolhardy.
Foolhardy.
Says, current conditions. You take foolhardy action without talking to your team.
Okay.
Just follow me, lad.
Just follow SH. He'll show you how to take foolhardy actions.
You have to do something without consulting him.
So, you're going to be up there for a few minutes, basically, like just expelling this power.
Yeah. I've gone
You,
Super Saiyan.
you've lit up the entire warehouse district like it's daytime. You can see off in the distance that there are emergency first responders over by the train and everything. What are the rest of you doing?
Do we have some kind of super handcuff things that we would put
No.
on these guys?
No, but he's unconscious. You can drag him out. You can call the cops at this point.
Probably will
Super
have
cops.
the.
Can I just take a look at did you guys like destroy his car or what?
Yeah, the
So
car is
the
trashed because you
giant
threw a
brick
rock through it.
So I can't like look through the trunk and see if there's any cool things he left.
The engine block is smashed in.
Sure.
Yeah, you can take a look at the trunk.
Alright, I'll take a look like inside the car, see if he's hiding any cool things.
All
in
right.
it.
You
I
have the
tagged the
secret
back
to
of
the
his head.
universe.
You tagged the back of his
Helios'
head.
head.
Okay.
I bind him with what's box duck or what's
Zip
Packing
ties?
tape?
packing tape.
Sure.
They have packing tape in the warehouse.
You know what? Probably, yeah.
Just the entire roll.
Is
Is somebody calling the cops to come and pick up this trash?
The cops are on their way anyways because there's a new sun over the factory right now. And in fact, actually,
We might want to get out of here.
you can actually see a helicopter flying towards you guys right now. You see it's sort of a grayish black, nondescript Aegis chopper, which you've heard of. Aegis is sort of the superhero police force in the city.
Right.
They are likely coming into as a team. They'll be heavily armed and they're capable of handling and dealing with superpowered threats.
Are they our ally or our opposition?
Depends
That
on the
depends on the
context.
day.
Depends on your perspective.
Depends on your
they should be ours,
perspective.
So have they been fighting against Helios as well?
Yes, I mean Helios is a
So
known
right now they're our ally.
Helios is a known villain, so they would want to come and capture Helios.
Not
Now,
everyone's necessarily fans of Fail.
that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to like you guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Especially since
we
there's
leave
a
a
funeral
trail of
going on
damage.
from our
we have a
friend.
tendency to not clean
Way
up
to go,
that
team!
stuff,
Especially since there's a funeral going on right now.
The funeral is largely finished at this point. It's been most of the day.
Nobody's been
It's-
mourning.
It's actually later into the evening. There was a big funeral that was happening elsewhere in the city that you guys were sent here to keep out of the way of.
Okay.
Because we sort of caused it.
Was the reason it happened. Do I have to roll
Somebody-
anything to look through the?
No, you can crack the trunk. It's no
Okay.
problem. You actually find you would find sort of like a bunch of laptops, some solid state hard drives, and the logos sort of on like the corporate logo on the stickers and on the information on the laptops are all coinciding with the company you guys were investigating. Like you guys defended that building, and it was one of the buildings like right by it. So you guys they were attacking Halacron Tower. Halacron is the name of the city.
Okay.
There was a building right next to it.
Yeah.
Called Halcyon Tech Center.
No, I'm trying to think of a name. Jorn's.
Bakery.
No.
Why would they have?
Why would they have laptops and solid state drives? It would be,
Depends on what's in their bake hand.
I suppose,
Tech.
yeah.
And it's to keep
Jorn's
Jorn's
Tech.
Tech.
all
Yeah.
clients
JORN.
Sure.
Okay.
So okay, I'll grab a couple of the hard drives.
Okay, you're grabbing a couple solid state hard drives.
Yeah.
Sorry, are the heroes committing theft?
Oh, probably, yeah. They're young heroes, so.
If you're stealing from a bad guy, is it theft?
No, he's
The
dead.
bad guy.
He's not dead, he's unconscious.
He's unconscious.
I have full plans to return
They're
it
just searching.
after I look
Searching.
through them.
And
I
then
mean,
take them
It's
apart.
confiscating.
That's an invasion of privacy.
No, it's
Batman
confiscation.
steals data all the time.
Yeah.
So,
That
It's
doesn't make it
called-
better.
No. He's confiscating something that might be criminalized.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I
So
know.
you have grabbed these hard drive. You got these two solid state hard drives.
No, like cool weapons.
You don't know what's on them yet until you investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you could use the hard drives
Um,
as weapons.
Yes, if you wanted to use them as weapons, you could. What are the rest of you doing? He's cracked open the trunk.
I
You're
guess we take
Don't
him
need
to
to
the
stick
roof.
around.
Take him to the roof of his car and take off.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
You take off.
okay. You guys are getting out of there.
He's up in the sky.
What are they going to do about you, right?
Fair enough.
Quick, grab a hook, tie to a rope, and bring down the sun.
idea.
I bring up some pieces of concrete and put them beside you like a sun sandwich.
Okay.
That's
instead
kind of
of
unleashing
having
your
bright
power on
light
that
going
one.
in all directions, you now have slightly brighter light going in a flat sphere angle, right?
I'm using it to pull them along with my.
At this
Oh, I
point-
see.
At this point, have I released?
They're kind of
You're
like-
releasing a lot of the energy right
Okay,
now.
so-
Yeah.
They're concrete oven mitts.
At the point that I can I'm still glowing probably, but that I can control myself again. I'll
concrete oven mitts.
fly back down to.
All right.
Or yeah, I guess I make or a box.
No, I like
And it's
oven
just like a
mitts.
bunch of
I like
sheet.
the oven mitt image.
Concrete
yeah.
oven mitts.
So you oven mitt me until I
And
can.
we drag you over.
Yes.
Where are you guys going? I mean, at this point, you've kind of.
Well, we're supposed to avoid the city, right? So.
Well, you were supposed to avoid the funeral.
Okay.
Was your instruction.
We were
Um,
told to
and that's
control
done.
the outside of
Yeah.
the city.
Let's,
You guys don't.
call a cab.
We don't have
Oh,
a.
cat.
You don't have a base yet per se.
Captain Justice.
So are we gonna go
family
and create a
home.
base?
Would this
Oh, yeah,
count
where
as-
do we-
would this
where do we
count
start
as
from?
a triumphant
Do
celebration?
we just go to our separate homes? We don't have a base.
What is your?
You just go home to our mother's basement.
She moves when you shake
I
her
offered,
hand.
I offered Daybreak some
Ask them
tequila.
if they see fear in their eyes when they look at
Just
you.
go home to our
They
mother's
will take
basements.
One
Turn on
forward
the
and
porn with the headphones
potential.
on.
Okay, may I see, please?
Daybreak,
what-
would you like some tequila?
Okay, where are we looking here? Team.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I feel.
I pour tequila wherever you. Seems like
if-
I should pour tequila on
If
you.
you like, this would be something you would have with an individual person.
Oh, okay.
So if you wanted to like have a triumphant celebration with Stonefist because you worked well together and you did this, that would be when this would come into play. In this particular case, you haven't really had a triumphant situation yet. You guys are basically going to be escaping at this point from Aegis. Aegis will be collecting Helios. He has been captured.
I don't feel like dealing with those clowns.
Are you flaming right now?
No, I'm just bright.
Okay. So then I will offer you some tequila as a reward for doing such a great job.
Just throws the bottle up in it.
Aegis, A-E.
No, I can't pour it on.
AEGIS.
I'm not sure where to pour it. Somewhere where I think his mouth is.
He's flying in the air.
No, I
No,
can't.
he's
do that.
come back
Oh.
down.
He's still
You're giving me
glowing.
something to
Yeah.
draw. This is awesome.
Okay, we are going to kind of wrap up at this point. As you guys are getting away,
We're gonna need to come up with a base.
that is going to be something we'll have to talk about in the next session. Maybe that will be kind of the point of the next session is for you guys to come up with a base.
Okay.
In the meantime, though, we do have a couple of quick questions that we need to resolve.
This was a Saturday, right?
This was a Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday, so at the end of every session, you guys have the option to do. At the end of every 2 sessions is what we're doing this.
Right.
Because our sessions are only 2 hours. You have the option of doing one of the following 3 things. Okay, and I'm going to go through all of them. We're still learning.
Each year as a group.
Each hero has the option to do one of the following 3 things. You can grow closer to the team, explaining them who made you feel welcome and give that person influence. In doing so, you can mark or clear a condition, or mark a potential. You can grow into your own image of yourself, explaining how you see yourself and why, which will let you shift one label up and another one down. You can grow away from the team, explaining why you feel detached, in which case you would take influence over you away from another character. So if someone has influence over you, you would take it away from them.
Okay.
We haven't talked too much about influence for you yet because you're joining the game.
When I failed that kick, do I mark potential?
You mark potential when you fail, yes.
Okay.
Not that you're a failure. You just didn't succeed in your move.
So going
Still
around,
believe in you, Bert.
Tim, let's start with you because you're to the left of Laird.
All right. Let's see here.
And this will give Ren a chance to see what you guys are doing too.
All right.
Why are you not sitting on the chair?
That's right. Why aren't you sitting on a chair, Laird?
He does have one cheek sort of on
Just
the
so
chair.
everyone can
Kinda
see
weird.
this. You
We
can
have enough
see
there
here
to
he's
have
got
one cheek
a
on
cheek on
anything?
each side.
Well, he's kneeling. He's got a kneeling and a half sitting.
So that he can hide under the table if necessary.
Quickly disappear under the table, yes.
I had to do that a couple of times.
Tim, which of the
Are
3
we
things
back
are you
to
doing?
the-
Are you growing closer to the team, growing into your own image, or growing away from the team?
I grow closer to the team. SH burst into the building with me on my foolhardy initial assaults, and I like that he backed me up.
All right. So you are going to give him influence, and you can either mark a condition, or clear a condition, or mark potential.
Actually, do you already have influence over
Yep,
me?
I do have.
Okay.
influence.
If he already has influence over you,
Yeah.
you will shift up a label. Is that how that works?
I think it's
You-
he will shift up one of these
Yeah.
labels.
Yeah.
I'll shift up your freak.
Free. Go. Okay.
Is it up one and down another?
I think it's up one and down another one if I recall.
No, I think it's just up one.
All right.
For
give
the
me-
first one, it's just up 1. For the second one, it's up
shifting
1,
labels.
down 1.
When you shift a label, that means your view of yourself is changing. You see yourself as more of the label that you shift up and less of the label you shift down.
End of session.
Well, no, that's for if you grew away
Well,
from
closer
Influence, here it
is
is.
you- Clear condition or mark potential. Grow into your own images. Label up 1 and another down.
Yeah, if you have influence over a teammate and you would gain influence over them, immediately shift one of their labels up and one of their labels down.
Okay.
So you get to shift them.
Okay, so your freak was going up one, and your superior goes down one.
Okay.
Laird, what does Burr do? Does he grow closer to the team, grow into his own image, grow away from the team?
I think he through with the team,
So he grows closer to the team. Who did you grow closer to? You're going to give that person influence and clear condition or mark potential.
I'm the one that backed him up.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was thinking, she helped me out with the whole, net thing, and, without her help, I don't think I would have done, so.
It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, so I give her influence over me. Keep that.
So when you have influence over you, that's why I gave you 2.
Okay.
But we'll get you set up with those later. Thank you, Colby.
Look at that.
Penny sleeve with
Colby's
on
the
demand.
ball.
I don't even need to ask anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Colby
He's
is like
grown
right
as an
there with the
employee.
penny.
Now
Perfect
that's the service.
Good.
I just know what you need when you need it.
That is the type of service you get here at Game Night.
So many years of training.
And the abuse that you get from Colby.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
Colby and I are going to be good friends.
It
for
balances
our-
out. It balances
Think of all the
out.
years of abuse he's taken.
He
in
really
our
has
hands.
taken a lot of abuse from us over the years.
That is also true.
How old are you?
SH.
I'm 21.
Yes, I grew in with the team more,
Never
Okay.
mind.
and
I
I'm
won't
gonna
say how
give
old
it
I am.
to. I'm gonna give it to Ren because she just joined us right away.
All right. So you get influence over, and you can mark a condition or clear a condition or mark potential.
Also, I
Take it or
cleared
I
my
can't.
insecure.
I will
Okay.
clear a condition of anger.
Okay.
I don't have anger. I have. Well, that's yours.
That's his.
Okay. So
So now you get to do one of the 3 things. You can grow closer to the team.
yes.
You can grow into your own image of yourself. And the last one makes absolutely no sense for you since you just messed the team.
Well, I'm going to go closer to the team because I don't have a reason to flee yet.
Okay. So you're going to give one of the characters at the table influence over you.
Okay.
So basically, you're going to that extra sheet of paper that I gave you, make like 6 little cards,
Okay.
and you give one of them to him. You can clear a condition or mark potential.
Okay.
Ezzy. Oh, and who are you giving the influence to?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Alright. So I think I would have grown into my own image.
Okay.
I think I'll decrease my superior because I kind of just disappeared into the crowd, or I kind of wasn't there as
Okay.
much.
So you're growing into your own label. You're shifting up your own labels.
Shifting up and down.
Okay. What are you shifting down?
Superior.
Okay. And
Why
what are
does
you
it say
shifting up?
delinquent?
Danger.
Okay.
Why is delinquent SH?
Caleb.
That's my character type.
Yeah.
I'm a delinquent,
Okay.
and SH is my name.
I think the outsider, Daybreak. I think Daybreak probably grew into more into their image of themselves.
Okay.
I think that they learned a lot about their power and about what it means to be a hero to these
Awesome.
people.
So you can
Shift up and down.
shift up a label and shift down a label. What are you shifting up?
I guess I'll shift up Savior.
Okay.
That sounds
You did say it, everybody. That would certainly make sense.
So I will shift down Superior because
Okay.
I was impressed with how they
How they
these
handled.
humans handled the situation.
All right. That's it for
So what
tonight,
do I
ladies
have to
and
do for
gentlemen.
mine?
Pardon me?
What do I have to do for mine? I have to
give it
pick
to
somebody.
someone.
You have to
Somebody.
pick someone, and then you can clear a condition or mark potential.
So somebody who you
And
felt you
then
grew closer
whoever
to.
you give it to, mark them down here.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are.
So I can clear a free again, right?
Yep.
Sorry.
We will be back next week, Thursday, with more exciting mass adventures. We will be continuing the fun. So we hope you join us then. Watch our Facebook and other streams for sources of upcoming streams.
Is what?
Our what? Oh, our Facebook page is Games from the North.
Games from the North. Okay.
And you can also follow us on Instagram or join us on Discord. But
We
I
love
don't
our
know what
Discord.
is
We-
Discord.
Pay attention to
What
it.
is
that's
Discord?
right. It's a
Don't
chat.
worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's not something we use very
Only
often,
Laird
unfortunately.
uses it.
But Facebook is Games
Justin
from the
and
North.
Kel were using it earlier.
In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night, and
we're
we're glad you
Glad you
exist.
exist. Even if you didn't show up tonight.